Hello my lovelies. Right, just before I post these off, excuse me, I just thought I would just come on and just show you the finished product with the little sort of memory type recipe book and what I've done. I'll bring it up actually to the camera. So we used the ribbon that was in the kit just to make, if I show you, I think I did 4 strands on each side, okay. When I get time, I will come back. I promise I will come back and I'll show you how I really wanted to do this prior. Obviously my father's now in the hospice, so right, this is the finished book. Now, do you remember I said I used the 1 centimetre? Now if you look, we've got quite a thin book. Now what I had planned to do was obviously make flips. So when you open it up, make flips on this side so that you could bring 1 flip over and then have that all the way going throughout the whole little sort of mini recipe book. But unfortunately I didn't get time to do that. So I will come back and do that. Now what I did was, you remember we made our recipe. Let's just pop these out. They're a little bit sticky, but they will give in time. The more and more you keep taking them out, they will give. So we've got our little recipe cards, and I just used the rolling pins to just pop that, pop those on top to use as the little tags to pull them out. And I've done that, so you've got a recipe, a card for each side. And like I say, if I would have had time, we would have had some flips going into that. So there'll be plenty of room for you to put, if you can see, a flip into each section. Even on these sides, if you really wanted to, you could do it as well, but there's plenty of room in there to make more, so then you've got much more room to have lots of recipes. But that's as we've got, and I've just literally cut out a little bit at the side and decorated those again, and the decoration just continues throughout. So that's our little recipe book. I managed to quickly just finish the toolbox. Well, we're calling it a toolbox because I thought this would make a really lovely Father's Day present. And you know, you could actually put tools in there. So you could buy some tools, you know, like one of the tape measures, which would, there's so much room in these. You can't see that. Yes, you can just see there is so much room in these to put things in. I've just obviously used it for pens. These are all little, you know, fun sort of novelty pens, but this would make a lovely Father's Day gift. And I've just cut a strip using the longest part of an A4 piece of card stock. I've doubled it up so it's a little bit heavier, and I've just obviously decorated it with all the lovely little tools that come in the kit. We then move on. We've made a lovely little one for Mother's Day, and we've wrapped it, so thanks a bunch. These would be fantastic. Now I've just put little mini trowels. I don't know if you can see those. So if you've got little mini, you know, mini gardens, I don't know, even for Mother's Day, you could put some seeds in there, you know, for your mums to plant. You could make a really lovely, there is some greenery as well within the kit, so you could put some greenery on there, and there are some tools. I've actually, now I've looked at it, I've put the wrong ones in, but there are some gardening tools in the set, and you could use the gardening tools instead. So silly me, I do apologise. My head is really not there. Then we've got the one that I showed you, which was the Father's Day one, and we've just put the chocolates in there for Father's Day. So those are my makes. When I get some time, providing we see what happens with my father over the next few weeks, I will come back, I promise, and I will show you this in more, this little recipe book in more depth, and how we can get the flips and flaps. But that's the apron kit. It will be available on the Tonic website as soon as it launches. So if you are interested in this, then go over to the Tonic website and have a look. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back. I'm going to give myself, like I say, a few weeks, maybe a month out, and I will be back, and we'll carry on doing some more of the things I said I was going to do. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye. Good morning, everybody. I first just quickly want to sort of update you. I've not had the best of Christmases. My father is very, very sick. He's in the last stages of his life now and in palliative care. So I have been a little bit distracted from crafting this last, well, over Christmas, the last month really. It's been quite a difficult time for me. But I'm not wanting to let anybody down, of course. I'm just coming on today and I'm going to show you what I've been doing or what I managed to get up to with the apron die set, with the craft kit. Right, I said I would make a memory book and I'm going to. I've also made, not quite finished yet, these beautiful little, you can see, with the little chocolates in there. Can you see those? They're so lovely. I will show you how to put one of these together, but I'm pretty sure all of the design team will do that for you. So I've just done a Father's Day one there, if you can see. And I've just put some chocolates in there. It's like a little chocolate hammer and a chocolate sword, just to sort of go with it. And I'm right in the middle as well of just finishing off a little workshop basket. So I managed to get hold of these pens, which they're toolkit pens, and I'm going to make a nice little handle for this. So if you can just see, what I've done is I've stuck 4 together and made like a little, you know, like a pencil holder to put all your bits in there, and I thought that would make a really lovely present for Father's Day. So that's where I'm at with it. And I thought, right, let's move on and make a little tiny, like a memory book, but a little cookbook, you see, for recipes. So, you know, you've got something, you know, just to pop your little recipes on. Okay, right. First of all, you're going to need this die, okay, which is the main die in the set. Apron die in the set, and this is the way I've managed to do this anyway. So you're going to need a little strip of card, 6 centimeters across, okay, and then I have used the Keepsake Bookmaker Simple Die Spine set for this one, and I've just done 4 pages, and that was cut at 5.5. Okay, so that it's a little bit shorter, and I have backed that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop our little spine on the back of this. Like I say, I do apologise. I'm, you know, it has really been a very, very stressful Christmas and New Year's. So I'm not my normal chirpy self. I'm very, very exhausted. My mum's very exhausted as well. It's been very tough the last month or so. We're all really tired. You know, I tell you what, no one ever prepares you in life for, you know, when you get sick, you never get prepared for it. It's always comes as quite a shock, really, when things do happen, and you know your parent deteriorates. It's very difficult at the minute. So, like I say, I do apologise that I'm not my normal chirpy self, but I just didn't want to let anybody down. So I thought I would come on and do this. So let's get going with this. Right, okay. So you'll need to bring your scoreboard out. So we've stuck that down on there, and you're going to bring your scoreboard out, and you're just going to score down each side, okay? So we're just going to kind of line that up and just give that a little score. I'm leaving, I would say, a few millimetres on the side. When I say a few millimetres, I mean really a few millimetres, okay? And then we're just going to go down the side here. Just go down the side here, okay, just like so, okay, and then we're going to bend that over. So that is giving you the spine of your book. Now, obviously, we're going to need to cut these down a little bit. So, had I have, I'm going to just come in and I'm just going to chop a little bit off of each side. It's not going to matter too much, okay? just a little bit off of each side, because we don't want a long side, we just want enough to be able to stick our aprons on. Okay, so we're going to take our aprons and we're going to, you can see obviously because that is 6 centimetres, and we're going to pop our aprons onto, where are we? Here's my glue. There it is. Got there eventually. And we're going to pop our glue. Oops, a daisy. Oh, we've got a falling over apron there. Right, let's pop these on. So we're just going to pop our glue on here on the front. Okay. Just like so. Okay. And then we're going to bring our apron in, lining it up to the edge. Okay. Lining it up neatly to the edge, right, like so. Now I'm using the 300 GSM here. Okay, and then to cover the internal part up, I'm coming in again, and we're going to pop that. You can see where I'm going all the way around the edges, all the way around the edges, and then just a little bit in the sides, okay, and the insides, and then we're going to pop this on here, like so. Okay, so we're just popping that, lining that up nice and neatly, and then we've got our front cover. Okay, like so. Lovely thick, lovely card this is, really lovely 300. Really nice 300 GSM there. Then we're going to come around and we're going to do exactly the same on this side, and then we're going to pop our glue. Remember, this is 6 centimetres, okay? Your strip is 6 centimetres. You may find an easier way of doing this. I'm using glue just because you're going to be, you know, if you're using this obviously, which the purpose is to use it for recipes, you're going to need a really stable book, aren't you? A nice, stable, thick book just to keep in your kitchen. Okay, so there we go. And then again, we're going to come in with this one, and we're going to pop this. Again, gluing, and then we have our front and our back cover. Okay. Pop that on nice and neatly, making sure it's nice and straight. Okay, nice heavy book this. So we've got our front and our back cover. Okay, now what I've done to save a little bit on the 300 GSM card, plus as well I had actually run out, I've gone for a slightly thinner one, okay, for the inside, because we're going to stick our 300 on top of these. Okay, so all we're going to do is, I'm just thinking actually whether to put some tape maybe on the insides instead. I do apologise, this is a very rushed book. Okay, it is a really rushed book. So let's, I'm a little bit disorganised this morning and very much out of sorts, so I do apologise. So let's just put a little bit of tape on here. I think it's better to just use tape on that spine. Now we are going to cover it over this, so we're going to make pockets with it, but on top of it, if that makes sense. So we're going to line this up first, obviously making sure it's lined up with the 6 centimetres. Okay, and then we're just going to pop that down like so. Okay, we're going to come in and we're going to pop another piece of tape just along here again. Right, and then we're going to do it the Jodie way. Right, but instead of obviously using the mini books, we're using these lovely apron as the page. So we're just going to come along here, pop our glue, and as I say, I'm just using, we're sticking these completely down on this one. because I'm going to stick on top of it, if that makes sense, and make the pockets on top. So Jodie way is line it up at the top. See, always the same principles. Even if you're making your own, you know, it's always the same principles. Lining them up at the top is always the best way. Okay, so just like so. So we're lining that nice and neatly at the top, right? Nice and neatly at the top there. And then we've got our page. Then we're going to do another 4 pages, okay? So we're just coming in again with our tape, popping our tape down on the first one, coming in. Ooh, sounds like my sun's up. And then lining that up again with the book, making sure it's really neatly lined up. Then we're coming down on that, making sure that's stuck really well. We've got some nice, with this spine, this is giving us, I think, a centimetre. If I remember correctly, this spine does give you a nice centimetre inside, between each page. So it's a nice thick, you do need a nice thick piece of space inside there. Oh, well done. Yeah, let's just take that bit of tape off. Okay, sorry if I'm going a bit slowly. I have been out of crafting for a while, you know, for the last month or so. So let's just pop this on here. Remember, again, at the top, lining them up at the top and then bringing it down to meet. Okay, so you're starting to see this little book really form up nicely. You know, it's really forming up nicely. Now, thinking on it, actually, I've got a little edge at the spine because obviously I didn't want you to see, but thinking of it, there is also another way that you could have done this, and that is maybe bringing it to 6 centimetres, so bring your actual spine to 6 centimetres, and you can cut the corners, which actually on reflection it may have looked much better, but again, I will apologise. I've just been very out of sorts. So okay, right, so we're going to come in again, taking that one off, and then again lining that up neatly with your 6 centimetre spine at the back. Okay, you can see we're getting a really nice, it's actually going to be very pretty, this book, you know, so cute. And you could do these for all different kinds of things, you know. If you've got, there are some flowers in there as well, so if you do have, you know, if you're into gardening and you want to sort of keep track on your, you know, your flowers in your garden, you know, you want to write down when you planted them, you know, all that kind of, you could do that with these as well. This is such a cute kit, and you know what, there is so many things that you can do with this. Again, I'm taking it up to the top. There's so many elements to this, and I just love it because you've got, you know, you've got something for the women and you've got something for the men in this. It's an all-round kit. It's a craft kit. It's lovely. Right, moving on to our last page. Okay, again, we're popping the tape along here. Okay, and we're nearly there. And then I just want to show you how we're going to pop the inside pages in, just to show you how the recipes are going to go. So all in all, this isn't a very difficult book to make. It's actually very easy. It's very simple. You know, you could make one of these really quickly. Where are we? I've lost my tape. Yes, you could make one of these really quickly. And you know what? I was looking at the inside of the box because I thought, could we actually fit it? Could you make one and actually fit it inside there with a few adjustments to the actual box itself? excuse me, there is a possibility, looking at it, that if you bring it out slightly, that you could actually use the, you know, the gift box itself to put this book into. So once you've made this memory book, you could actually make the box so that it slots into it. That's totally possible. And, you know, had I have had more time and was a bit more focused, you know, unfortunately, you know, in life these things happen, we can't predict them, but you know, maybe I will, if I get some time, I will come back and show you how we do that. Right, okay, so now we have our book. Can you see that? We've got our lovely little book here, our apron book, right? So now all we're going to do is we're going to go in, and I have done some of these already. I have actually made a pocket. I'm trying to see if I've got something to show you. I have actually made a pocket as well at the back there. Can you see, just at the back? So not just on the pocket, at the back, so you can actually slot bits in there. Right, so what we're going to do with this one is I'm going to try actually first here, because I haven't actually done one of these before, okay? This is the first one I've done. And like I say, had I had more time, I definitely would have done one prior to doing this, just to see how it works and what works best. But you will find your own little way, okay? You'll find your own little way of what you think's best, okay? So we're going to pop that one on there like that. And I'm going to do an opposite, because I've done one with a pink pocket at the front, and I've also done one with just a plain, you know, dotty pocket at the front. Can you see? Sorry. There we go, like so. And there we go. And we're going to do exactly the same on this side all the way through the book. So you can decorate your pages. I've gone very simple at the front here, but you can decorate your pages how you would like to. You know, you don't have to. You can do them differently, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to sort of have the same theme going all the way through your little book, okay, little mini album. Now, I was going to stick here. This was what I was worried about, was the top, you see, because we're going to slot our cards in, but I think it's going to actually be fine. I think it's going to be fine. So then we're going to go, just get that off there, that's better, okay. Then we're going to go again on this one. We're going to do this throughout the book. And in your kit, you get some lovely red ribbon as well to match. The colours in the kit are really lovely. You do get this lovely, I'll show you this ribbon, here we go, in the kit. So we're going to use the ribbon to make our, you know, closure for our book. You know, if you really have a lot more time, you can do, you know, as you know, your magnets you can put in there. You could do flip openings. You can let your imagination run wild with, and you know, do some different things within the book. Just check. Yes, so opposite again. Again, we're going in here. And just whenever I'm putting these into the page, you see, whenever I'm putting them in, I'm just lifting them up a bit just to make sure that I'm getting those completely straight. There we go. So you've got, do you see what I mean? With the 1 centimetre, you have a lot of room in between there. So if you wanted to do maybe one side have a flip, if you wanted to have a flip on one side, you could do that. You've got plenty of room inside there. If you didn't, you could go for one of the smallest spines that Tonic do. They do a small one. I don't know if I have. I did have a look at it. It's this one, which is the smallest one. In fact, I think that may have come out of the recent memory book. If you bought the one during Cyber Week, I'm pretty sure that that's where that one came from, and that's a small spine, but I decided that it was just that little bit too small, okay. And I thought, you know what, I think with this you need a bigger one. So I went for the original spine, which is a nice 1 centimetre. 1 centimetre spine, okay? Right, so we're nearly there. This is looking so pretty, isn't it? Isn't it looking pretty? There we go. And then we've got one of these. And then just 2 more to go on. And then I can show you. You can pop your little cards in there. Now, I did use, if you look here, see the stone, you get these lovely little, you know, I don't know if it's like a fern leaf in the set. So I used those 2, and that one where it says recipes actually came from one of Tonic's. Do you remember, was it called the Corsetina die? The Index Corsetina die. That's where that one came from. So if you, all my Tonic fans that watch me and love their Tonic products, you will recognise that recipes stamp. That's where it's from. I thought, oh, that is going to look perfect with it for our recipes. So that's where that stamp came from. And I just have used Poppy Red. So the Nouveau Poppy Red throughout all of the stamping that I've done for all the kits. Even on the Happy Father's Day, I've used the Poppy Red, okay? So just to make sure that it matches nicely. Right, we're nearly done. See, this isn't that long at all. Your longest part of this is actually cutting out all your bits, but really, all in all, it doesn't take long. This is quite a quick and easy little book, really. A bit too much on there, not too happy with that. Right, okay, so last one going in, and then we've just got the front covers to decorate, which I will do off camera. But there we go. So now, let's just make sure this one's really stuck down, okay? So now you've got your little book, okay? You've got your lovely little book. We've still got to do our front page. And then we can take our recipes. We've used the inner die, so you get another, let's take that out of the way so you can see that now. We've got the inner die of those. It's right down the bottom, but you get an inner die, which is that. That's the one that we've used. And now we should be able to, fingers crossed, slot this in. Where are we? Let's see if it's going to work. Oh, right, okay. We may have to just chop this. Okay, right, you may have to just chop this down slightly. So what I'll do is I'll come off. We need a little tiny bit. So very, very minimal though. I mean, we're talking very minimal. We just need to just take the sides down ever so slightly. Let's just see if we can do that. In fact, if I do it freehand, there we go. If I do it freehand, just to show you that they will fit in, we've just got that little bit. So you will lose a little bit of the embossing part at the side of the concentration, but I just want to show you that they will fit in, but not too much, okay? And then she says yes, it will go in. They will. I will make them fit. That's it. There we go. So you just have to take a little bit off each side, and when I say a little bit, we're talking, look, bare minimum, okay? Bare minimum, just off the sides. Maybe let's have a look at that. Maybe 2 or 3 mils off of each side, and then that's going to hold your recipes. Okay, you see, you just pull that out. A little bit stiff. It will start giving, but there you go. So that is what I'll do. Is I will carry on just decorating and finishing off the front. But that is how you make your, where are we? Let's just have a look. How you make your memory book and put it together. So I will finish decorating that, okay, because I've got some front pages, and I have actually got time to just show you how to quickly make the box itself, okay. So that's just a nice little idea. That will look lovely. I'm just having a look at that. It's so pretty actually. You're going to be able to, you know, write all your little recipes down on that, aren't you? You know, little quick recipes, and you'll get 2, 4, 6, 8 little recipes in that book. And it's not huge, you know, it's not a huge book, but it's nice, isn't it, just to put in. And you could even, I'm just looking at the, because you've got these lovely little, you know, where the apron, actually that's where this is supposed to go, okay, for your penny. But you could actually put some lovely ribbon through there and hang that up, and that would look lovely. So, right, this is what you would need to do. Now, this is how I have done it, okay. I haven't actually done one on pearl cards, so it might be a bit of a challenge, but you get the die which looks like that, and you need to cut 2 of those out. And I actually, on my ones, oh, we've still got 2 in there, have cut out 4 because you know, it looks much better like that from inside and out. Okay, so all you do is you fold these over like so. They're the easiest. They are the easiest boxes to put together. They're so minimal, really minimal cutting, minimal effort with these, you know, they really are so easy. Right, let's just see if I hadn't prepared to do this, but I thought, you know what, let's make one up while I'm here, just to sort of give you an idea of how to make one. If you know, I'm sure the design team are going to show you how to put one of these together as they are. But I thought, you know what, let's make one. I think actually looking at this, because it is a pearlescent card, and now I'm sticking this on here, I'm thinking, ooh, should I have really used glue? Okay, like I say, I really do apologise. I know this is a very sort of rushed tutorial. But I just, you know, when you just I don't like letting people down, you see. I really don't like letting people down. And I thought, no, I must come on and do it. So, again, apologise if this is a bit rushed. It's a bit out of sorts. Okay. So, now we've got our glue all stuck on, okay? This is our base. How did I do it before? I can't remember. Right, we popped our base. So all you're going to do is you're going to glue this piece onto the bottom, okay? So take your glue, make sure that you do bend. Let's just put this down. Make sure you do fold on your lines before you stick it down, because that's always your guide, and that's generally the same with any of the products you're using when you're making a box. You know, it's your guide, you see, because sometimes if you don't fold these, if you don't, you know, fold on your fold lines, then you're not going to get a neat straight box. So we're just going to slide that in there, and look how simple and easy this is. It really is, isn't it? It's so easy, it's so simple. And then you're just going to pop that down and just wait for that to dry. Okay, there we go. Like so, and that's what you will get, right? That's what you'll get. Okay, so one on top of the other, easy as pie. Now, I found the best way to do this with the first one was actually to stick one on top of the other before I put them down, before I put one into it. I'm just looking at this again now, thinking, oh, I'm thinking this tape. Well, we'll put some glue on there as well. We use both. Okay, so this is how I did my first one, because I found it much easier doing it this way. Okay, so I stuck that one on top of that one first to make sure it was nice and neat and straight. Okay, that's how I did the first one. Others may do differently. You will do what is best for you. Okay, and I took the sides. Oh, come on, red tape. Like I said, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this as well, wet glue, because I just think it might need a little bit more on it. And also it's good because it's going to give you a little bit of wiggle room on this, because you do need it. Now, like I say, this is how I did it. Others may do it slightly differently. I then came in and I matched my bottom line up first, okay? That's how I did it. I matched my bottom line up first, right, along here, okay? I then came in at the sides, made sure that was all matched up to the top. Just push that down. See how quick and easy this box is to put together. So easy, okay? And then I just came in, burnished the insides, and that's how I found I got a nice inside edge, okay? Do you know what? I've absolutely done this wrong, haven't I? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll have to put another one in there. That's why I didn't do it first. Right, okay, you can't do it first. Well, do you know what? We're going to have a really nice stable side, aren't we? We're going to have a really nice stable side. Right, don't do it that way. Don't put one in on top of the other, not unless you really want. If you're going for a really heavy box and you want to put something really heavy in it, then that's the way to do it, my lovelies. If not, do it this way. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my lovelies. My head is just, it really is, I can't tell you, it's really been an awful Christmas, and I am so, do you know what, I'm going to tell you the truth. The last 2-3 weeks I haven't actually had much sleep because I've been up and back and forth to the hospital, and I'm just so tired. I know, I'm so tired, my lovelies. I really am. And obviously quite worried. Okay, so, right, so don't do it that way. So make sure, and not unless you want to, like I say, what I've just done here. I wonder if I've got another one. I haven't, but you will be able to put that in afterwards, okay? So if this is going to make a really nice stable box anyway, you're going to have a really stable one if you're going to put 300, because you can have 600 on each side. But not entirely the best, bit of a waste. Right, okay. So we're now going to come in on this side. And then just line up. I do line up at the bottom first. I do make sure I'm all lined up at the bottom first, and then here we go, on we go, and then this is why you just need a little bit, there we go, okay, and then we'll pop that in. My apologies for that, my lovelies, my total apologies. Here we go. Once I do promise, once you know, whatever happens, I will come back and I will do some more for you. So that's how you do it. And then obviously, you know, you would then put your next one in. I haven't got one here. I'll have to cut another one. But yes, you would cut another one of these, and then you would pop it on the inside, and then you would, and that's how you get your box. We got there in the end, okay? But yes, I mean, I've done that. I always say there isn't mistakes in life, and you know what, actually doing that way, yes, you might waste a little bit more card than usual, but you know what, my lovelies, that's given me a really nice stable side with 3 on it, because that has given me 600 GSM. So you know what, if you want if you're going to use something that's carrying quite a bit of weight, if you're going to put something that's quite weighty in it, and also if you're putting things on the sides and you really need the side stable, actually that's probably a good bet, so that you've got 600, okay? But yes, so you would put your last one in, and that is how quickly and easy it is to actually make your box. How quick and easy is that? And then it's up to you, decoration, you know, you can run wild. Right, I'm going to pop off. I do hope you all have had lovely Christmases. I know mine's not been good. I do hope you all have had great Christmases. And I think I'm going to take just a little bit of time out, because I'm not quite in the right frame of mind at the moment with my father. So I will see what happens, and I will finish off this book today. We're going to, just to let you know, we're going to use the ribbon in the kit. I'm going to make maybe 3 or 4 strands on each side, and then we're going to decorate the front, and then we're going to make that so that it ties up, and we'll do something lovely. I was just looking to see if that may fit on the spine. It may do. I'm just having a look. We may be able to get 2 of those on the spine, but I will give it a try. So I'll finish decorating this, okay? And as soon as I have had a bit of rest and my mind is back into crafting, I will come back. But I'm just going to take a little bit of time away to sort out what needs to be sorted out with regards to my father, and I will be back. So apologies for this being a very it's quite a difficult, it's just such a difficult one for me to do, because my mind's just not there, my lovelies. So I will, as soon as everything as soon as I've sorted everything out, I will come back, and I'll be back into crafting and back into the bubbly life self that I usually am. So take care. I hope you will have a lovely and fantastic new year, and I will see you soon. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.